Okay, I need to get back to Space 1999, which I brought up. I've been watching this strange television series online. It was a series that I'd known about and seen advertisements for, but never actually saw a full episode until now. And it's really tacky and stupid. It's really bad in a lot of ways. But actually, the few more episodes that I got into, and I've watched several since then. I was only going to do one, but since the first one, but I did quite a few. And about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 episodes I've watched since then. And the last one I watched was actually pretty good. It wasn't bad. It had a pretty good story. It was called Voyager's Return. And it was basically about this ship that at first they were calling it Voyager. And I thought, they meant one of the Voyager probes that really was sent out by NASA and all that. No, this actually had people on it, but something went wrong and people died and all this sort of stuff. And the guy who invented the propulsion drive within the ship is what caused the trouble, the drive. And so he got blamed for it. And so he changes his name. And lo and behold, he's part of the crew on the Alpha base that's on the moon that is now, yes, rocketing through space. The entire moon is going through space. And so they encounter this probe that's going through deep space too. And it turns out it's been damaging alien civilizations with its, I guess the radiation. I can't remember exactly I forget the guy's name, Coachella or something like that, drive. Coachella. And it was named after him. And so they had to stop it, and it was causing them problems, and this alien civilization was going to hold the human race responsible for these crimes against them and was going to kill everybody on Earth. And they were like, oh, God, we got to stop them. And so inevitably, the guy who invented it decides to sacrifice himself, and there you go. The aliens decide, okay, that's justice, and they go away. And he had a young assistant who, just by a staggering coincidence, turns out his parents died on the original mission, and so he's mad at the guy when he finds out who he is. All that stuff. So, all in all, that was probably the best one they've done. So, it's still a tacky show that it is, but that was a good effort. There was one called War Games, which was just stupid. They actually get into some aerial dogfights with an alien civilization, and then the whole thing was just some sort of hyper-intelligent alien species making them dream it all, I guess. I don't know if it really happened or not. Pretty stupid. There was one, the Force of Life, which was this entity that was a blue light that comes in and possesses one of their crew members and causes him to start killing people throughout the base. And they all die by being frozen to death. And he absorbs the energy, and a lot of the electricity would go out and all that sort of stuff. And eventually he goes into the nuclear reactor and absorbs that energy. And then the blue light leaves the reactor after it explodes and goes back into space exactly the way it came. And then don't worry about the nuclear reactor, because it turns out they just happened to mention, well, we got some others and we're fine. So, and then the science officer, he's like, he's talking to the captain or whatever, commander, and he tells him, he's like, hey, what just happened here? What was that? And I think we just witnessed the evolution of a new species. And they're kind of smiling and, wow, that's great. What evolution? It was a glowing light when it came in. It's a glowing light when it left. It just showed up, possessed this guy, and decided to murder some people and screw with these with these guys and then leave. This was awful. It was a terrible episode. So, they had the other one where they find some humans who were on another mission that disappeared. Apparently there's several of these from the distant future of the 80s. This was from 1986. This spaceship disappeared into deep space. Well, they find them and they're all immortal, but it turns out they have to stay on the planet, because if they don't, they'll die. And one of them does. He gets on the ship and they're traveling back to the moon base. and then all of a sudden he's a skeleton with rotting flesh falling off. So there you go. So Voyager's Return, episode 6 of season 1, actually was the best of the bunch and wasn't half bad. So if you're curious about Space 1999 and you don't want to sit through the bad ones, maybe you should just take a look at that one. I don't know, but then again, maybe you need to see the bad ones to appreciate it better. But so there we are. For now, I've gone through episode 6 of season 1 of Space 1999. I'll see if I can get a few more in before the next show that I talk about, and we'll do that. So that'll be great, won't it? Sure it will.
All right. Thank you for watching and listening. Why not like and subscribe and check out that link description below. That'll take you to my mini stores that have plenty of goodies for you. You know, hats, mugs, stickers, posters, all that goody stuff. Plus, you can head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book Night Night. Oh, yeah. Plus, you can also catch my podcast, Mr. Nailsin Show, over at RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on my channel at BitChute. That's the Mr. Nailsin channel on BitChute.com.